Yo, what's up, YouTube? Listen, I'm coming today doing a tour of my set, letting y'all see everything that I use, what I play exactly, what kind of drums, heads, cymbals I play. Um, I've never actually done a video on YouTube before of my set, so I thought today would be a good day and a good time to do it. So let's get to it. I play Pearl drums. This is a Pearl Export series. I've had this set since 2001. So had this set for a long time and it sounds great. Like really it does. And here's the whole set from the drummer's view, from the left side all the way down to the right side. I play Evans heads, as you can see. This snare is just my practice snare. So this isn't the snare that I'm gonna use, like, when I get gigs and stuff, and like when I use a set on gigs and stuff like that. So this is just a practice snare, and I got the Evans reverse dot head on there. I love this head. This is my favorite Evans head, but it's been worn out enough, so I got another head on my main snare, and that's the Aquarian high energy head on my main snare. But this is just my practice snare that I'm using right now. And for my toms, I got the 8, 10, 12, 14 inch, all Evans on my toms. Now for my bass, I have a Remo pinstripe head on my bass, so I'm gonna end up replacing that with a Evans head as soon as I can. And this foot pedal that I'm using, it's actually a double foot pedal, but I took it apart to just use it as a regular pedal, but I'm gonna end up replacing that too. So, but for now, it works for now, so I'm not really tripping off that. And it's a cowbell that I use. I had this cowbell for years. Not too many drummers use cowbells on their set, but it doesn't matter to me because it's my set. So like whatever I choose to put on my set, I'm gonna have it and just rock it. So now for my cymbals, I'll do my cymbals. I play Zildjian cymbals, as you can see. I got one Sabian cymbal, one. But anybody who knows me knows that I'm Team Zildjian all day. So, all my crashes are a custom. And well, I'll start off with my hi-hats. These are the older model Zildjian series hi-hats. These are the 13-inch newbie hi-hats. They sound really crisp, and I'm trying to get some 14-inch hi-hats, but I don't know what kind of 14-inch hi-hats that I want to get. But hi-hats, they don't crack easily, so these hi-hats work well with this set for now, but I'll end up replacing these. But these are hi-hats that I use, and got the tambourine hi-hat clamped on to the top. And that's another thing that you don't see drummers using nowadays anymore. But like I said, whatever I choose to put on my set, I'm a rock it somehow. So moving to my first crash. This one is the Zildjian A Custom Projection Crash 17-inch. This is the first 17-inch that I've ever had on this set, and really the first 17-inch cymbal that I've owned before. And I like the way this cymbal sounds. This is one of my favorite crashes. Like, all these cymbals are some of my favorites, but these are just one of my favorites. Nice loud sound to it, not too bright, not too low. fits right in. My second crash from my left side, this is my main crash. I like to call it my main crash because I hit this cymbal the most. And that's the Zildjian, just a regular Zildjian A Custom Crash 18-inch. This is, now I'm not gonna lie, this is my favorite cymbal that is ever made. Out of all the cymbals in the world, this is my favorite cymbal in the world. This like cymbal right here, this is like one of the best Zildjian cymbals that you see. A lot of drummers who play Zildjian, they have this cymbal, and this is one of like the best Zildjian A Custom cymbals that is ever made before. So these are my two crashes from my left side. Moving over here to my first splash. This splash is the Zildjian A Custom Splash 10-inch. This is I think this is the first splash that I've ever had on this set. And yeah, that's my first splash right there. This right here is basically something that I just made up. And this is like the older model of the K series, but what it is the K series Dark Crash 14-inch. And I decided to go ahead and use it as a splash because, like, if you hit it, if you hear how it sounds pretty much more like a splash instead of a crash. Like, see, hear how it sounds. See, it sounds more of a splash than a crash, but you know, I might use it as both. I might just use it as a splash, or I might use it as a crash. Either one, I'm gonna use it as either one. And the splash that I have on top of here is the Zildjian K series 10-inch splash. I was just playing it, you know, just like this one earlier, well, before, but this one. I just decided to have it on top of here and have it flipped over on top. So, cool little neat piece that I made up. For my ride, this is another older model of the Zildjian series. It's the Zildjian Ping Ride. It's a 20-inch. This isn't the kind of ride that you can like crash on and lay into it as a crash because you know, not all rides are made like that. So, but I like the way that this ride sounds. It has a nice strong bell, a nice overall sound to it, and this kind of ride you can use in all styles of music. So that's the ride that I use for this set. This is one of my newest crashes that I just bought on this week. And this is the Zildjian A Custom Fast Crash 18-inch. And this joint is beautiful. Not just in looks, but in sound. For those that know that if you look on my page, I did a demo of this crash earlier this morning. And this crash sounds beautiful. This one just became another one of my favorite crashes. And this one was almost similar as this one, but just the tone is pretty much what makes the difference. So like I said, that's one of my new crashes. Over here is the Zildjian Projection Crash 16-inch. I've had a custom projection crash 16-inch before, but that one finally decided to crack. So this is another one that I chose to get. And the reason why I chose to get another projection crash is because I just like overall just how it sounds. Has a nice loud sound to it. I know, like, you know, a lot of drummers who like play in concerts and arenas aren't really using 16-inch cymbals. They're like basically using 18s and, you know, stuff like that. But like this cymbal has a nice loud sound to it, so it works for me. So, we all have our own sound when it comes to, sound and cymbals, size and cymbals and stuff like that. So I'm not really worried. Down here, I do have one Sabian cymbal. This is a Sabian Mini China 14-inch. I've had this China for years after years on top of years. And I'm going to end up replacing that, of course, with Zildjian China when this one decides to crack. But this one is pretty loud too for a 14-inch China. It's pretty loud. Even though it's a Sabian, I do like the way it sounds. One of my favorite Chinas in the world. Not really, but y'all know what I'm saying. And then moving on to my last cymbal. This is another one of my newest cymbals that I got last week. This is the Zildjian A Custom EFX 18-inch. And I've had this exact cymbal before, but same thing that happened to this cymbal happened to this cymbal. That one actually cracked, will begin to crack in less than a year. And I got it for Christmas, Christmas of 2013. But the reason why I got another one is basically because this cymbal is my favorite effects cymbal in the world. Out of all the cymbals in the world, this is my favorite effects cymbal. This kind of reminds you of the Sabian HHX Evolution Ozone. If you listen to that cymbal and when you listen to this one, they pretty much sound exactly the same. But yeah, this is my favorite effects crash in the world. And it might be my favorite cymbal in the world. Between this one and this one, I'd say those two are my top two favorite in the world. So that's basically all my cymbals, my set, pretty much everything I use. So now y'all know everything I use as far as drums, cymbals, and stuff like that. So just thought I'd make a video of my set. Hope y'all like it, because I know I sure do. So yeah, this set is amazing. I ain't trying to brag and boast, but this is one of the best looking drum sets in the world as far as I'm concerned. So thank y'all for watching this video, and comment, like, subscribe, do it all. All right, y'all. Peace.